Thank you. And we'd like to welcome you, first and foremost, to Zachary's Journey. If you haven't been here already, this is a place where we kind of get into all things life, talking about struggles, talking about victories, talking about things that are going on in today's world. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Zachary would truly appreciate every subscription. And also, Zachary happened to write a book a few weeks ago, and it's out now on Amazon. So I want to encourage you to go pick that up. You will not be disappointed. But with all that said, Zachary, my friend, my brother, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good,
And
man. I'm dealing with a bit of a nagging neck pain, to be honest with you, but nonetheless, I'm good. I'm good.
but but
Um,
today is a serious topic,
yes, it is. Go ahead and tell
and
everyone a little bit about it, the topic.
today we're gonna be discussing about bullying and cyberbullying because this is something near and dear to my heart as somebody who's been bullied, and and it's also near and dear to our guest's heart. So I try to I try to ask my guests what they want to talk about previously, uh, have have before I have them on. So yeah, so this is something that we discussed, and it's very important that we talk about it.
All right. So, without further
So I
ado,
would like to welcome Shakir to the podcast.
Hi.
welcome,
Hello.
welcome. Is that Shakir or Shakur? How do I pronounce that? I don't want to pronounce your name wrong.
Hi. It's Shakir. Everyone kept
Shakir,
calling me Shakira, so I was like, I'm not the singer. I'm just Shakir.
Shakir. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. So Shakir, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, this is your first time on this podcast and everything like that, and I'm sure we have guests who are watching who may not know who you are. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh yes. Hello, hi everyone. My name's Shakira Hayda. That's what I go by. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, my hometown, home of the peeps. I do love singing. I do love dancing. I do love everything that I do in hobbies of way, but I just love making fun, making I love making new friends, of course. This is my first time being on a podcast, so please bear with me. Oh god. But I'm also
There's
just,
nothing to be
I'm a
nervous
first
about.
Yes, yes indeed. But hey, yeah, that's all I can say for the most part. But I
Right.
love it.
Awesome. 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 Wait, what's the weather like right now over in Atlanta? Is it like hot?
Well, good question, because it may be a little bit hot, a little bit humid, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool for the most part. But it is a little hot, but it's gonna get cooler once you
Right.
come down here. It's gonna get a little bit cooler.
Fun fact: today, probably about an hour ago, I get a notification on my phone that there's some like tornado watch, which is unusual for our area. But I'm like,
Mhm.
oh wow, that's interesting. Tornado
Wait,
watch out of all things.
Oh
wait,
Lord,
Anthony, you from there?
From where? No, I'm
Georgia?
here
no.
in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey. What I'm saying is that I got a tornado watch notification on my phone.
Oh Lord, oh no.
Yeah, I mean nothing ended up happening. I mean, it was just a little bit crazy as far as like the winds outside, but yeah, that was pretty interesting. But um, yeah,
Get
so
to
we
the
what was that?
Go ahead. I was about to say, get to the storm cellar, Toto.
Right,
Get to the
right,
storm cellar.
right. So Zachary mentioned he mentioned the topic of bullying and cyberbullying and everything like that. And we were obviously having a conversation a little bit earlier, and we kind of like touched on that. So what is it about bullying that is, I guess, sensitive or close to your heart?
Ooh, that's a really good question because I just thought about this. I was just now talking to my friends about this earlier. It's people that makes passive aggressive confrontation. It's just mean comments that they say.
Mhm.
And it really just struck me to the core because I was just like, oh my God, like this is what people go through in
Mhm.
life.
Mhm.
And the thing is that the fact that I also realize is that people never ask questions,
Right.
which is kind of the obvious answer to every solution.
Right.
Because I was just now, this is the time that I was in college, by the way. I was in college where I was just like, man, I want to make sure that everyone's okay, everyone's all right, we're doing everything. But then I'm seeing another person on the other side while I'm like sitting so far away from like the classroom or a park, and I'm just looking at somebody else. I'm like, are they getting bullied over there? Because they look like they're about to get into a fight.
Right.
I'm not a drama person. I don't consume myself in drama into like mess that I'm not supposed to be involved with.
Right.
And it's like, okay, this is someone else's business that I don't want to be part of.
Right.
And something else, I'm just like, whoa. Wait a minute. You talking about something that they did something to you, but they didn't do nothing to you. So you want to pick on this person only because of this type of action? Oh,
Right.
okay. So what makes them think in that headset or that mindset to like think this is a person I really want to pick on because they are like the easiest target.
Right. Right.
So it's just rooted to me. So I just was like, I want to make sure that everyone is okay, make sure everyone be themselves
Right.
versus don't be them, be you.
I think people automatically equate different with bad, right? So I
Mhm,
think that's a lot of times, and not, it's probably not every case, but I think in a lot of cases, people see someone who might look a little different, talk a little different, walk a little different, act a little different, and automatically equate that to being a negative, or
mhm,
just because they don't do things a certain way or they don't do it like me, that must mean that I have to separate myself from them, which I
mhm,
think a lot of times is what creates the bullying, because bullying in many ways just creates a chasm between you and the other person. Um,
mhm,
which is, I like what you said earlier, where people, um, most cases fail to ask questions. And I always say this, like for me, like I don't ever want to live a life that forgets curiosity, right?
mhm,
As far as like, before I cast any judgment on someone, I wanted to get to know that person. I want to ask them questions. Even to this day, like me and Zachary talk a lot throughout the week, and to this day,
Mm.
I ask Zachary questions about him, things about his growing up, his story, even current things and everything like that. Because I obviously would just want to get to know people. I like to pick people's brains is what I call what I do. Um, so yeah, and that's not just to like kind of like pat myself on the back, but I feel like if that was more of the mindset that people took on, I think our world would definitely be a little bit in a better place, or at least better off, as opposed to being so quick to cast judgment. You know, it's a sad thing, because especially kids growing up in school and everything like that, that bullying has gotten worse over the years. Now, like Zachary mentioned earlier, you have cyberbullying that didn't exist when I was growing up. When I was growing up, there was no really no internet. It was just like word of mouth type deal. So all of our bullying existed like face to face, whereas now everything, you could do things from your phone, your computer, your tablet, whatever the case is. So yeah, man, that's a tough thing. Now, have you experienced any type of bullying like toward you? I know you mentioned that you've seen that done to other people, but has this been something that you've struggled with, or maybe have dabbled into, as far as like receipt on the receiving end?
Actually, yes, I have. I never talk about it in my life only because there's certain things I cannot talk about because it's very personal and very rooted to the core. Like it could be somebody's about mental health, which anybody could talk about it regardless in the real world, which
Right,
is something that I go through throughout daily basis throughout my whole life.
right,
And it's a little, I'm not gonna lie, the seed of the root of the core, you know how you pick up a root and you chop off the root.
right.
That's how painful it is. And it's
Got it.
like, I don't think nobody has not ever thought or have not once to like think about if I was this person, if I was this person and I'm in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel, I'd be like, I've been there, I've done that. It's not a gut feeling and it's tough. It is
Right,
tough to chew on
right,
and like swallow a pill on it. So
right.
it's it's believe me, it's
Is
not a good.
is it safe to say that you feel the way you feel and as passionate as you feel about bullying because you've been on that side of the train track, so to speak, where
I
you've been on the
yeah,
receiving end, so now you almost like empathize with the person that is receiving that?
yes. Like I can feel their energy and
Right,
I know exactly how that feels. And I'm
right,
just like, hey, I if I can tell you this, if anybody else that is out there watching this, I'd be like, please be you. It doesn't matter if you're too open, too dark, too light, too much, too extra of anything. Only because there are real haters, there are jealousies, there are people out there they may not like you for you because you are different.
right,
Everyone, everyone likes being themselves, and that's okay.
right, right.
Because what they say in the song, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Is that Katy Perry?
That's
Is it?
I
Is it
think
Katy
that's
Perry?
Kelly
Very
Clarkson.
Kelly
close.
Clarkson. That's it. That's it. Yeah, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger,
Yeah.
like she said in the song.
Right. Right. Um. So as
Um,
far as like, and you don't have to answer anything you're uncomfortable with. So just I just want to
Mhm,
throw that out there because I know certain people like to keep things private, whatever the case is, and I totally want to respect that. So I'll just throw the
mhm,
questions out there, and whatever you want to answer, you can. You don't have to answer everything.
mhm.
Um, but I would like to like know like what I guess like what were the after effects of bullying for you? Like dealing with that, like and having to go home after probably a day of bullying or an incident
Mhm.
happening and everything like that. What were the after effects having to deal with that at home? The things that probably came, the thoughts that probably ran through your mind, all of that.
Yes. Yes, actually. Oh, if I could explain it in scene, if I had to do it in action, I would. But
Right,
since this is talking, I have to explain
right,
it from my own mind point.
right,
Okay. So imagine you're walking home, right? Imagine you coming home from school, high school, college, whatever. You're going back to your own room, home, whatever place it is that it's more a safe space, a
right,
safe space. And you coming home and you have the actual side effect where you have voices that are in your head that people be like instantly on your ear that's talking like right here or on this ear, left or right ear. And it's like it's in your head, you surrounding like how can I explain this scene? I don't know how to explain it. But imagine you're in a dark room, like you're hearing all the voices, like I don't know what's the movie called, but y'all know the scene where you hearing a lot of voices and this is what you having all the side effects.
right,
That's it's like the downfall of that part. The downfall of it. And
right,
it's like affecting you because it's like oh my God, I can't believe these are people's voices that I'm hearing, and it's affecting me. It's like
Mhm.
it's making me feel like I'm worse.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
making me feel like, oh my God, does people think that I know this is a hard thing to say because I say this too to the other friends. It's like people think that you don't exist,
Right. Right.
which is also a true thing. And it can feel like that because it's a swallow the pill to like the swallow the pill to say existence and to don't exist. It's very hard to swallow
Right.
because it is very true to stay outside the world to like, man, I want to feel like I'm being existed. Like I feel like I belong here. But
Right.
I don't have the same respect for others because I don't feel like I don't exist in the world. I know it's like it probably don't make sense, but it's gonna make
No, you,
sense after.
no, you do. You do. You're making a lot of sense. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I mean, I can't. I mean, I think I may have experienced bullying to a degree. I can't say that it was ever anything that was really in depth, to be honest.
Mhm.
But I have experienced it to a degree, but I can't necessarily relate. But I can imagine in the picture you're creating. Um, I'm definitely understanding to a degree. Now those things like you said you had a bunch of voices and you can hear it was almost like what you're explaining is almost like you're playing back different parts of movies and everything like that in your head.
Mhm.
So you're hearing people's voices, you're seeing the actual instances happen in real time and everything like that as you're going home, you're walking home, or even when you get home, you get to your room, whatever the case is. um those the things that were being said, um were were there ever moments where you started saying, well, maybe I am blank, maybe I do, maybe I am whatever the person is calling you, whatever, if they're calling you something, or maybe maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not worth it, or maybe I am just a piece of whatever, you know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, like
Were there
there's
ever moments
positive
that you
and
believed
negative.
that about yourself?
Actually, yes, yes. Actually, there's like positive and negative affirmations.
Right.
Basically, like I am enough. I am this person. I am that boy. I am that girl. I am a person that loves everybody.
Right.
Sometimes you have to say that and look at yourself in the mirror to say, even I am different. There's a lot of people that has to say, I am different. I am enough. I am, oh, what is, I can't even think of a word, but there's that one word I have in that head. It's like, it's there. I just can't even think.
Right.
But I, I am that, it's there, but there's a word. Can someone help me
Right.
out?
Right. I get it. Zachary, you it looked like you wanted to jump in a second ago. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah. I wanted to say something, but you guys were so deep in conversation. I didn't know where to interject. Um, but I do want to say to you that you did you ever find yourself going into a deep depression that you didn't want to do anything? You didn't even want to get up.
Um,
Wa- Was that ever the case for you?
Actually, yes. And I know this is personal to everyone. Not everybody doesn't get to hear your story yet, but I think this is the part where I have to talk about it. Yes, I went to facilities actually, to facilities. I thought I was the crazy one
Hmm.
because I thought nobody didn't believe me or what was going on in the world.
Hmm.
And now now this is where I'm like, I feel so sad because it's like this is me now. This is not where I wanted to be. And I hate that I have to experience those type of those moments where I can't go back, can't go back to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very deep where it's like the person or the people that you love do care for you. And there's a lot of love out there that does have people that has your back, no matter what. And
There's
Mm-hmm.
also
it,
going.
you wanted to say something?
Yeah, there's one thing I want to say before we continue this episode that these boys sometimes are never okay with themselves, so they think it's okay to bully other people.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of times you'll find that most people's react or most people's behavior is attributed to projection. So, in a lot of cases, people will only project what they've experienced or what they're
Mm,
living out. So, in many cases, what you'll find, and it might not be in every case, but in many cases, you'll see that the bullies are mostly people who've been bullied, right? So they're
mm,
projecting, and now they're trying to switch roles to kind of almost almost recreate history or repaint history. But deep down inside, what's happening is there's unaddressed emotion, unprocessed emotion. There's unprocessed trauma that's happening.
mhm,
So people tend to project, and that's the scary part about dealing with anything, and as far as like trauma or any emotional scars, because those things come back to haunt you later on in life, whether you were the bully or the one who was bullied, right? It's important that you address these things, and don't let them ball up and snowball. you know um that's really important when it comes to mental health, when it comes to emotional intelligence, all of that. um that's literally what trauma is. Trauma is unprocessed emotion. That's literally all it is. It's the little 4-year-old stuck in time, and until you go back into time and release the 4-year-old, you're going to be dancing around the same circle for the rest of your life. And I feel like a lot of the bullies are just that. They're just hurt people. That's all it is. Um, and there's an old saying that says, hurt people. And that's pretty much, and imagine how many people in this world are walking this world who are hurt but just continuing to hurt others. And what is that doing? It's just you're passing it along, and you're creating almost like a whole new world of just hurt people just because John and Sally didn't address their emotions and just addressed what it is that they were going on and having in their life.
And, and I feel like the schools in I feel like schools and parents talking with the children is like there should be more talks about treating people the way you want to be treated. Because for me growing up, that was always something that my teachers told in me, treat other people the way you want to be treated.
Mhm,
And that's why I wanted to create a platform where we
mhm,
talk about difficult topics, where I feel like people are not talking about these topics enough. And I feel like it's very important to address these topics.
mhm, mhm. Shakir, what has helped you overcome a lot of these feelings, whether being bullied or just overcome these negative feelings? How have you been able to navigate through life, on just trying to get yourself to a positive space?
ooh, yes, I overcome. with music. Music helped me a lot. And the only thing is, it helped me through some toughest times. Even songs that I listen to that I can relate to.
Okay.
Because it makes sense why it makes sense for me why I'm like, okay, I want to play this song. This song right here stands it all for me. And I
Right.
feel like this song is written for me in daily curling time
Right.
right now.
Right.
So, and based off singing, love to sing it as well too. Because music, I have a passion for music, and music has been throughout my whole life since I was like 9 years old.
Right.
And I also have that passion. That passion is still going on strong. I can't
Right.
say much, but
Right.
I've been working on a few things
Right.
on top of that.
Right.
So I just love it.
So,
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, I think that's an incredible outlet. One thing about music is it's the one thing, and I think there was like a study a few years ago that said that music is probably the only thing or the only tool that exists that can move your soul, your what is it? Your soul, mind, your no, your mind, heart, and body all at once. It can shift all three things at once. There's really nothing else that exists that can do that. Um, so that's an incredible outlet that you have there. Is there a
yeah,
specific, just before, this is a sidebar type deal? Is there a specific genre of music that you're into?
Uh, I love all types of genres, but I'm still out there in the world listening to pop and R&B because
Right.
mhm,
I, lo- I love I love them both, but they also have a special place inside my heart. I
Right.
always have it. So it doesn't matter what type of genre I be listening to, but I love all genres. But
Right. Right.
pop and R&B will also be a special place in my heart.
Right. Right. On the topic of bullying, Zachary, I know you have mentioned to me in the past that you've experienced it, especially like on social and everything like that. What has that been like for you?
um, it has been some some cases where I was young, I feel like I wasn't good enough. It was causing me to kind of go into a great deep depression. And pe- for people who don't know, I will only talk to one individual at a time because people would make fun of my voice. And his name was Carlos, and I would always talk to him, and he would encourage me to open myself up and share my voice, share my what I'm passionate about. But when I ever tried to speak out, people would make fun of my wheelchair, make fun of my speech impediment. So at a young age, I was like, I don't know what to do and stuff like that. And whenever I was in that deep depression, he would be the person that would get me out of that deep depression.
Hmm.
But now that he's gone, I feel like now it's my turn to carry that torch and to help out other people. Where I, where some days I feel like I'm doing it for me, but some days I do it for other people who
Right.
are facing bullies and stuff like that.
Right.
I have a no tolerance for bullies, and wherever I see people being bullied, I go into protective mode and try and de-escalate the situation if
Right.
I'm ever in that situation. But yeah,
Right. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, um, and that's really sad. Just the fact that I'm hearing, the both of you talk about, like, your personal experiences, as far as like bullying is concerned. One, I'm sorry that you guys have had to put up with that in your life, because that's not fun. Feeling like you don't belong, feeling like you're an outcast, feeling like um you're abnormal, or whatever the case is. That's never easy, and I don't necessarily wish that upon anybody. And I agree with you, Zachary, that that's something that should not be tolerated. um, it should not be tolerated at all. But as I was also saying, hinting toward earlier, I think when it comes to like issues, and especially like in today's society, cultural issues and all that stuff,
mm,
I've taken on a new mindset when it comes to things. Whether it's bullying, whether it's I don't know, anything you want to pretty much bring up. Um, that I try to empathize with the victim, or the person on the receiving end of the situation. But then I also try to take into account the person actually doing the bullying, or doing the throwing, so to speak. I take them into account because, like we were hinting toward it earlier, they are hurt individuals as well. And unfortunately, yes, I do empathize with the victim, and my heart goes out to every person who's feeling, bullied, or feeling, just outcasted. But at the same time, I also empathize with the person doing the bullying, because while they're bullying and they're putting on this front of being tough, being this larger
Kind
than
of
life
like
figure,
kind of
right?
like a shield, like a face mask type
It's a
deal.
mask. Yeah,
Yeah.
behind that exists a little 4-year old, or 5-year old, 6-year old, who's been bullied, or who is struggling with a specific situation that they refuse to either address, or that they're just afraid of, deathly
but
afraid.
but I have a question for you both.
Sure.
Hmm.
Do you guys believe that in today's world it is getting better or worse? Because for me, I feel like it is getting worse by the day. Why you asking? Well, I feel like a lot of these um shoo- shooting that's going on is happening in schools,
Mhm.
happening where uh, where people are losing their lives because of a child brought a gun to a school or do anything like that. And I feel like bullying has to do with 50% of the killing that's going on in today's society. What do you guys feel about that? Do you agree with me or you disagree with me? Do you feel like bullying is most of what's going on with the shootings nowadays?
Uh, you want to go, Anthony?
Sure, I can go. Yeah, I do feel like it's gotten worse. I feel like it's gotten worse, one, because now people have more of a means to do it, right? So you don't necessarily have to wait to get in front of somebody to bully them now. Now you can bully someone from the comforts of your own home. Um, you can put out videos on YouTube, or you can put out videos on social media. You can put out group chats and all that. So you can literally bully people from anywhere on the planet. So that's one area, and that's one reason why I would think it got worse. The second thing is that I don't think we as a society have gotten better at getting back to what we were saying earlier, really addressing trauma. So I think we just so for example, I'll be a little bit vulnerable with you guys. When I was younger, when I was probably, let's say, 8, 9 years old, I was uh, touched inappropriately by someone who was older than me. I don't know if this person was extreme. Well, not they weren't that much older than I was, but they were. It was still like I was probably like 8, 9 years old. So when it comes to anything sexual, what do I know at 8, 9 years old? I don't know anything. So it literally introduced me to a whole new world, that I had no idea of. Um, and what ended up happening is, I ended up taking that and literally taking that incident and taking that whole time in my life and throwing it in a closet somewhere. So much so that I forgot completely that this even happened until, I would say, maybe 2 years ago. Um, and it's funny because it wasn't like I forgot, where like if I was reminded of it, I wouldn't think of it, but it was so much so that I threw it in there with the intent to never have to think of it again, or never have to deal with it anymore. Because one, it was embarrassing. Two, it was traumatic, and three, I'm like, man, what happened, right? Um, so about 2 years ago, I was, doing my therapy sessions with my therapist and everything like that, and I was also doing a lot of inner work, trying to heal certain things and address certain issues in my life, and that one incident came up in memory. um, and I realized that because I didn't address that specific incident, that the outcome was that I acted out in different areas of my life, um, and because I was introduced to, quote unquote, sex, and uh, being sexualized at a young age, um, that opened up Pandora's box, so to speak. So that opened up a lot of curiosity at a young age and everything like that. And in relationships, I was I would fail to be faithful to people. I was jumping from one person to the next while in relationship, while going to church, being a music ministry in church, and all you name it, leading teams and doing this, but going home, living a crazy, wild rock star lifestyle. But it wasn't until about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that I got to the root of why it was that I was acting that way, because I had all of this, and that's not an excuse, right? I'm not blaming my actions on what happened, but I am saying that that is possibly a reason, or it is a reason as to why I acted out in such manner, just because for my own fault. I failed to address this specific area of my life. Um, which is why I'm very like repeating, as far as like making sure that like our audience understands the importance of dealing with things, right? So in my case, it was a sexualized thing where I was unfaithful and I was womanizing and all that stuff. But in someone else's life, it might be bullying, right? Where they were bullied as a kid, and now what are they doing? They're bullying, right? So yeah, it's gotten worse because no one has given us the tools, or no one has given us the insight as to how to overcome specific traumas in our life.
Ooh, ooh, now it's me. Oh snap. Um, I will say in society, I was about to say, no, we have not gotten better. I'm just gonna say that from a can of paint. We have not gotten better. It's just crazy because, like I was saying before, nobody is not answering any questions. And it's kind of raised an eyebrow to me. Like, why everybody is not asking no questions? And it's like we haven't got to know them yet. We don't know what people are going through in life, of what they are struggling. So I it's like I don't know this person. Like I can't assume. I can't assume things because I don't know them. So with the whole, I was gonna pitch in what you said about the whole faithful or religious thing, and I'll be like, you don't know if people are being like faithful or not,
Hmm.
because from their heart, you don't know if it's sincere. Like, oh, like people don't know how to say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that this is how you're feeling. Like, I I didn't know you were going through that this much.
Hmm.
It's kind of very, very much so sad because nobody has not ever got the chance to like take the time and think. Take the time to think to themselves like, what could I ask themselves, what could I done better to help this person out the way they're feeling right now, currently in this current time.
Hmm.
And oof, it's a crazy world. It's a crazy stick up situation world. And I hate the fact that people are doing the switch up. It's
Right.
very much so a switch up. And I it's like I don't want I don't want this person to feel like this, be like, okay, I'm fine, but no, you're not fine. You don't want that to be carrying out your whole life throughout the whole process. Like this is not going nowhere near far.
Right.
So you have to instantly like get on your thick skin, tough skin, be like, just instantly start walking, walking.
Right.
But it's this where I'm like, okay, we have to take a step back. We have to take a step back and just think. We just got to think. But going back to that question, coming back around, no, I don't think we haven't gotten worse because no, it's just no. People are just
Right.
not doing the things, not talking it out, not doing the things that actually they're doing, not having the time to like go outside to the park, like have some vulnerability, accountability.
Right.
Take something to at least to remind yourself how I want to be. Tell yourself that you want to be different.
Right.
That's the only thing you can say. I want to be different. I don't want to be different from this person that's this doing. I'm different because I'm doing this for me.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I can
Right.
say.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Just yeah, I feel like we took on the mindset of asking more questions. I think just being curious again, and
Mm.
really, getting to know people. I think we'd be better. Definitely be better. Um, I also want to say, um, man, Shakir, like, I'm obviously this is our first time, really speaking, and I'm getting to know you here, and then just hearing your story and everything like that. But I also want to commend you. The energy I get from you is one who can light up a room, which is wild. Like, I think you can walk into a room, you can light up a room, just with your personality, just how you are. I see that you have a heart for people, and I hear it in the things that you say, and the things that you've said so far. And I just want to encourage you, don't lose that. Um, hold on to that, because I don't think that's something that's, especially in today's society and today's culture, I don't think that's something that's very common. um I feel like, a lot of people, in today's society, is more so out for themselves, out for their own personal gain. I don't get that from you. And again, I don't know you. But then I'm just going by off of, what I see and what I feel. And from what I see, you're one that, you have a heart for people, and I hope and I pray that you don't ever lose that. And not only that, um, I think that, where how old are you?
I'm 23. I just turned 23 last month.
23. So I think that, you're gonna find yourself in spaces, that your character is going to open doors for you, big time. And your personality, and just your heart in general. There's not going to be a lot of effort coming from you. Like, you're not going to need to walk into a room and impress people. Just you being you and authentic, I think, is going to be enough to open doors for you. And I think the sky is the limit. I think you haven't even tapped into your full potential. And I'm not necessarily, I know you said you're into music and everything like that, and I'm not necessarily sure what you do. But, this is just the sense I get from you, just talking to you. Hey, keep going, keep moving forward. I think you are impacting more people than you think. And listen, like I said, we're just getting to know each other now, and, and just getting to talk and everything like that. And I'm just blown away by your story, and the things that you've been able to say and everything like that. And, you know, I'm a fan here. I'm a fan. So keep going forward, keep moving forward, man. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It means the world. I'm just like, oh my God. I just, the excitement. Ah.
Zachary, you know what it's
Yeah.
time for. You know what it's time for. Don't
Oh,
ask
you
me to do parting words, because I don't have parting words today. You, the people want to hear parting words from Zachary. They don't want to hear me talk.
Anthony, let's say today we're gonna do something totally different because today, yeah, because the the girl likes music, I wanted to share a bit of my own music with the viewers.
Sure, that'd be great.
And I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm a bit nervous. But this is a song that that really helped me out with bullying, and I feel like it's very appropriate for today's topic. So instead of parting words, I want to do a song for you if you guys are okay with that.
Go right ahead.
And I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. That's why I'm shaking right now. And for, for people who don't know, if you haven't watched future episodes, Anthony wanted me to sing a specific artist. Um, and I wasn't gonna do this, but this song, like I said before, told me like I should do this for this episode because I feel like it's very fitting. Oh my God. And I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. So, Anthony, can you give me a couple minutes while I get everything ready? Because I wasn't gonna do
Sure. Me and Shakir will continue conversation while you're getting that
Yes,
going.
actually,
this.
So Shakir. So
yes.
what is it that you do for a living? What is it that we do?
Uh, so I was just now writing a love song. Actually, I just got done finishing. Actually,
Right,
so I'm in the process trying to record it, but I need to find somebody like a producer where I can actually record the song so I can finally release it for the very first time.
right,
So yeah, I'm in the process of that, and then I'm also in another process writing another song, another dance song that I like to create.
right.
So it's actually good, and I love it. And I'm just now doing the work out here, even though nobody has not fully known me yet. But this is where
Right,
I get that fully stepping stone to like this is who I am type
right,
deal.
right. Yeah, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. And that's the important thing. Hey, at least you're taking the steps. You know, most people have this as a desire and they never do anything with it. So,
That is true. That is also true. Yeah. So woo, that's what I'm like. Hey, I can't say much, but all I can do is I'm just putting the work in.
right. So when did you like? Was this always like a thing where like did you grow up with this music desire or interest, or is it something that you just walked into one day and just discovered randomly?
Actually, it actually came in when I was little, actually. Like I was stating before, like at 9 years old, my mom pushed me to go down the music route because all I noticed, I started humming. And I didn't know humming was a thing.
Right,
So humming transformed into singing. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I got a voice. I got a voice that I can sing. And
right,
it had touched so many people throughout
right,
throughout my whole life. So, and now currently I'm still singing today to this time. So now it's just been my passion ever since I was little.
right,
Ever since.
right.
This.
Oh, we have Zachary back.
Oh, good. Now, like I said, I'm not very comfortable, so I decided to do it with the audio, and I made a specific audio for the song today. So I'm gonna play the audio and do it at the same
Okay, whatever
time.
you makes you feel comfortable, man.
I'm sorry, I'm nervous,
You're good.
but a bet is a bet, right? And I just want to say before I start singing, thank you for your your time, Shakira, and I'm excited for the viewers to see this episode because you are just gonna go a long way, and I'm very excited what the future holds for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you both, actually. This has been fun. And I've been having a blast with both y'all. I mean, we're just now getting to know each other, and this is just like the first day, just like blown off the roof. Like, I know we're gonna feel like very different energies, but at the same time, we were just bouncing back and forth, and
Right.
this is just awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It's great. It was great.
Yes, indeed. Uh,
Zach- Zachary,
Okay,
what are
I'm
you
ready.
doing? Here? You ready? Okay, go ahead.
There's a hero If you look inside your eyes, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. Then if you listen to your song, and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And you come along with it to carry on, and you catch your music there, and you know you can't survive. The way you feel like gonna be gone, look inside you and be gone, and you probably need to be sure that you are you. It's a long road when you face the world alone. No one reaches out for you. You can't find love when you say me, you say, and the end you beg will disappear. And then you will come to love with strength to carry on, and you catch your beautiful life, and you know you can survive when you feel like all is gone. Look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth that you are you. The Lord knows dreams are hard to follow. The way was never away for us. There will be human love in time. You'll find a way. Yeah. They will come along with friends and carry on, and you can be the same, and you know you can't survive when you feel like all is gone. Look inside you and be strong, and you finally see the truth that you are. Oh, that you that you
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. Hey,
I didn't
hats
know I didn't know I was gonna do that on this podcast, but I felt it in my heart to do it.
hats off to you overcoming your nervousness and your fears and doing that anyway. That
But
takes
you know what that means? I did my side of your bucket. Now you gotta do your side of the bucket.
eventually it will. I will. Eventually I will. Um so
And for secure and people who didn't watch the episode, Anthony Anthony told me if I do a song by Mariah Carey, and he will do his own song. So that's why I wanted to do that, and I felt like it was fitting for today's episode.
hey, and like I said, good good stuff, and I want to tip my hat off to you, you know, cuz you overcame your fear there, buddy. That was good. That was good, man. Good. Takes a lot of courage to do that. So not a lot of people can and would have done that. So that was amazing. Good stuff, dude. Um, with that said, um, I would like
And I
to.
also have party word for people. If, if you ever feel bullied, just know you're never alone, and we're all here together. And just we could all take something from Shakir's story. Shakir decided to turn it into music, and I turned mine into music as well. And we could always find resources that gonna help us through our different challenges. And you never know what life is gonna throw at you, but you have people and you have your community that you can count on. So never think you're ever alone.
That's that's right. I agree 100%. And you know what, Shakir, I again I can't thank you enough for jumping on this podcast, jumping up on this episode, and gracing us with conversation. It was amazing to have you on here. And again, um, keep it up, man. Keep it up. I really enjoyed having a conversation with you. But then, you know, I know that there's going to be people who are going to be able to get a lot from you and rub off of that energy that you do have and that carry that flows through you effortlessly. So, with that said, if you haven't yet, I will repeat this at nauseum. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And for those watching and who don't know, Zachary has a book out. Go check that out. And Shakir, do you have social media or anything that you would like to tag up on here that way we can kind of like get your name out there?
Yes, just follow me on my Instagram, just at Shakira Hater. Just that's my social. You can just
Shakira,
find me on there. Oh,
Shakir
Hater.
Hater. Okay.
Oh, Hater. O J
Oh,
E D
hater.
A.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you go follow. Is that just on what, Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay. Yep. Go hit Shakir up. And with that said, we'd like to thank you for tuning in today. I hope that this episode has been able to encourage you in any way possible, even if it's in the smallest ways. And with that said, until next time, you guys all be safe. And we will catch y'all on the next one.
Bye.